What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right, guys. So please leave a like if you are appreciating and enjoying the content that we provide here for absolutely no cost to you. I would appreciate it a lot. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So your boy is looking for a bounce. I'm definitely looking for that bounce. I was telling you guys in yesterday's video, we are either going to be bouncing from where we were, or we're going to continue falling, and we are going to set up for a rather decent sized bounce. And I think that's what we just set ourselves up for. So starting over here with ES, you clearly can see your 4-hour RSI and your CCI and your stochastic are in oversold territory as you come into the bottom of this previous range. Now, yes, we know this was a fake move. You know how we know that? Because you came right back to where it started from, all right? You got back into your range. That's what I was saying. All right, you want to see buyers stepping back over here, and if you didn't see buyers stepping back in and price came back into this range, it's not a strong move. All right, it was showing that it was a weak move. All right, weakness. All right, so regardless of whether we get a bounce here or not, all right, I am going to be looking for like, hey, weakness. All right, so I'm not looking for a higher high here. I'm not. You came back into your range. It's just how things go. I'm sorry, but that's just how things go. So we got ES at the bottom of its range right there with your 4-hour oscillators doing what they're doing. You do have that bullish diverge right there. And then what do we got over here on QQQ? All right, on QQQ, we have our stochastic and our CCI at oversold territory. NQ actually already got its RSI down there as well. And you did break that trend line this morning, this uptrend. So I was looking for continuation, likely back down to this previous high, which also aligns with this other trend line. Come over here on QQQ. So this is what I was looking for. You were either going to be holding that, and I was showing that. I'm pretty sure in yesterday's video I was showing like, hey, all right, buyers are either going to step up here or they're not going to step up here, and you're going to probably be coming down here. Believe in my so last night actually, guys, I had thought I posted the Webull update, and then I did not post the Webull update. And the Webull update, it got to be like 9:30, and I realized the Webull update never posted. So I went to post it. Nope, your boy's progress was gone. So there was no Webull update last night, but just know that, yeah, I was looking for this right here and this right here to be hit. All right, I was looking for this to be the bounce on Q, or this to be the bounce over here on Q, or we're going to come over here on ES and we're going to be coming to the bottom of here. All right, guys, if you break down for me, I'm sorry. All right, like, hey, next spot is going to be all the way down here, you know, right down here, which is 4070, which on SPY, that would be, you're taking down to this 407.27 gap fill. So you start losing where you are right now over here on SPY and ES, then yeah, you have like a ways to go. Like by that, I mean, you have an extra like percent to go. Yeah, about a percent. Over here on QQ, we are also just about a percent away from this next, at least like, you know, in my mind, a mental target there. All right, if we do get down there, and I'm going to show you something else I'm looking at right now, which is going to be ringing one of its bells here in this video. Yes, he is. Yeah, if we get down there, guys, all right, I will offload my puts, and I will likely be going long. All right, that is something that I am completely open to if we do see price come back down there. Now let's come over to VIX. This is really the big boy that I want to point out today. All right, it's either you start cooling off, all right, you start cooling off, or you keep going up. And this is I'm gonna be ringing my bell, bear trap. All right, this is yeah, bear trap over on indices. I don't buy this action that's taking place right now. All right, your RSI, it's not even here. All right, when it was here, last time you hit here, this was your peak. All right, and the time before that, guess what? You had 2 more days of upside over here on the VIX where you started cooling down. Well, guess what? Now we're all the way up here, up at 62 on the RSI. And yeah, all right, guys, VIX is daily here, tops out when the daily RSI comes to overbought territory. So if I see it, yeah, I'm going to say, hey, guys, downside on indices is very likely limited unless we are crashing, which we can be crashing. We do have the debt ceiling thing going on here. All right, that is a, you know, that's the big fiasco, talk of the town. All right, we had the banking fiasco. Now we got the debt ceiling fiasco. All right, which, again, I'm going to show you guys this. All right, I'm gonna remind you what your boy was saying a few days back. All right. Anybody who was telling me that it was still super obvious to go short here, this was a super obvious short setup, I don't think you're like really assessing, all right, you know, the market participants accurately. I don't. All right. You had the fear and greed index up at 70. All right. Not only that, I showed you guys the option chains over here on QQQ for June 16. Like literally, it was just in the dealer's best interest to slowly bring it down here. The 320, 325, they could do that. And guess what? They still wouldn't be paying out more puts than calls. All right. So yeah, you had a setup to, you know, get at least a pullback. I told you, if we weren't going to start the big sell, then we're going to at least start getting that pullback. Now I'm going to put on what I was telling you guys that I was going to be watching for. All right, price has been literally just riding this thing up the whole time. I was at least looking for you to come back and test this AEMA here. Guess what, guys? The AEMA at the time was $4 underneath where price was. Now we're, you know, now price is underneath there. All right. So yeah, all right. There we go.
That was easy.
All right. It wasn't a super obvious short setup. Your boy was shitting his pants going short there. And yeah, I'm glad I did end up doing that. But yeah, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I really don't buy this move. I really do not buy this move. And I'm just going to point out, we do have FOMC minutes here at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. So that is something that's going to be happening. We also do have a Fed speaker, but reality, this is probably going to be the market mover of the day right here. FOMC minutes. All right, you got GDP coming out tomorrow, so that also could be a market mover. But as I mentioned, I think it was in the weekly update. I'm telling you guys, we have a lot of Fed speakers. We have a lot of stuff to move the market. We have PCE over here. This is the Fed's favorite inflationary indicator. So whatever that, like guys, if it's low, yeah, the market's probably going to rally off of that. All right, I don't know how the market's going to respond to GDP. All right, I'm just going to sit there reacting to the market. But yeah, I'll tell you guys right now, if QQ gets down there, I'm out of 100% of my puts. I see no reason to do so. All right. I actually took, yesterday I took a loss on 2 put positions. All right. Significantly less losses, but we took them. All right. Obviously, if I held to today, you know, maybe there wouldn't have even been a loss. There would have been that. All right. But yeah, this is just because I don't think this is a real move. I was telling you in yesterday's video, all right, someone left a comment saying this was an unfortunate update. I didn't listen. I'm sorry maybe I conveyed it not in the best manner, all right? Maybe that was it. Probably that was it because, you know, it should be easy to understand. And that's like, you know, that's what I try and do here. Yeah, what I was really saying is Apple is either going to do the same thing that it did like literally the other day, and it was going to end up getting that bounce, or we're going to come down. You're going to see this RSI, this 4-hour RSI over here on Apple get into oversold territory or put on a bullish divergence there. And then you're also going to see SPY and QQQ's 4-hour RSI get into oversold territory. And then you're going to have a setup for a bigger bounce. So like we got the setup for the bigger bounce. That's what I was saying. All right. You're going to bounce. All right, or this is a bear trap. So I'm ringing my bell. I'm doing it. All right, this is a bear trap. I'm calling it. It doesn't have to be. All right, we got Nvidia earnings after the bell. Guess what? What if Nvidia, what's the gap down freaking 10%? Well, guess what? The market's going to tank. So yeah, we're going to have to play it by ear and see how things are going. But I'll tell you right now. All right, yeah, I personally do think this is a trap. I'm going to show you over here on ES one more time. All right. You're right here at the bottom of the range. All right. You were at the top of the range. You know, you didn't need buyers to step in there. But guess what? Now you're all the way down here and you literally do have your oscillator suggesting you are likely going to be bouncing. Now, where is your daily CCI here? It's all the way back down here. All right. You have another red day. It's what I was just pointing out over here. It's going to be a big old bear trap and you're probably going to get a sick, nasty squeeze following that. Just my current opinion. All right. Now, what I will point out over here is Bitcoin did end up rejecting off of the neckline of the head and shoulders the other day. I was pointing this out this day. I was like, oh, well, you know, if markets are going to rally, you know, Bitcoin, I wouldn't want to see that invalidated. All right. So I guess that didn't end up happening. All right. Now, I don't know where the target, but the target should be, I think it's somewhere around 25,000. All right. Something to know is that DXY is continuing to find strength. All right. As DXY rallies, equities are going to, they're just going to, you know, weakness. All right. More pressure is going to be over on equities. All right. Equities become more expensive. And yeah, I'm still going to say, hey, you start seeing DXY turn down, which I think is likely. You do see you are approaching this 70 mark here on your RSI. All right. You could start seeing a couple days of cool off here, and that could, you know, relieve the pressure on the indices and provide, you know, some upside there. All right. But yeah, over here on Apple, guys, you do have this bullish divergence going on the hourly CCI, and this is the largest component of SPY and QQ. And because this is looking like this, I'm serious, guys. All right. I'm not buying this. I'm really not buying this. I don't think you're going to have one sick, nasty sell start while Apple is looking like this. All right. Let's actually start checking out these other ones too. Microsoft. Oh, you'll also have your 4-hour oscillators over there in oversold territory. Goo, same picture. Meta, probably not. Yeah, Meta not. No, I guess Netflix isn't a big one, but whatever. Yeah, you guys see what I'm getting at. All right, this is the case across the board on these big names that have been carrying the market. All right, now Nvidia is actually coming into its trend line today. I drew this on the daily time frame, I believe. Yeah. This is something that you know, guys, earnings is really setting you up to either, hey, you're finally smashing through this uptrend here on Nvidia, or you are going to have another leg up. That is what this is looking like to me. It looks like they're bringing you into the perfect spot here before earnings. And then it's either going to do that or you're going to have a mighty meaningful break of this uptrend. All right. Because you have not been able to do it the whole time. All right. So we really are going to have to, you know, just literally react to what goes on in this market. All right. As we're going to be doing in every single market. But guys, SPY's getting down to this 410 here. All right. Yeah, you either hold this or you're coming down to 407.27 over here, that gap fill. Again, I'm going to remind you guys, ES is at the exact bottom of its range. This is where you were holding. All right, let's just put on a little zone here for us to watch. There we go. All right, so that is what I'm watching a hold. And if that doesn't hold, guys, next stop is, yeah, that's an extra % down. All right, there's that. But guess what? If you do get that extra % down, yeah, guys, that means VIX is probably going to have another day up like this. And now we have a setup like this. And let's just see, where did VIX top out? All right, it was Monday the 13th. All right, what happened over here on SPY on the 13th? I know what happened. All right, you bottomed. All right, and yeah, let's just look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6 trading sessions, you were up 5% from there. That's $20. All right. I'm not saying that is about to happen because that would, you know, that would bring you up here. And I already told you guys, all right, we have weakness. It's in the air. I'm looking to sell anything. Like if we get a bounce coming out of here, I'm looking to sell. It's probably going to get rejection at the top of the range. All right. But like, I'm still looking for that bounce. All right, guys, do what you got to do. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. All right. Keep in mind, we do have the 15-minute oscillators with a bullish divergence down over here on SPY, and I will actually leave the video off with that one. With that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.